Calvin Duncan walked into criminal court this morning to take over as clerk, but his time as an elected official was short-lived. And by mid-morning, Duncan left the courthouse, his elected position in legal limbo after a flurry of back-and-forth court filings.
Yeah, so let's get you up to speed about what happened. Last night, a federal judge in Baton Rouge ruled the law just signed by Governor Landry to merge the court clerk positions was unconstitutional. Well, that allowed Duncan to take office Monday morning, but by mid-morning, the state appealed that ruling, and an appeals court stayed the matter. So that means Duncan had to leave, and civil clerk Chelsea Napoleon now runs both clerks' offices. WDSU's Cassie Sherm is live at the courthouse. It has been a whirlwind day, Cassie. Now, Cassie, you have some reaction, and can you tell us what happens next?
That's right. So basically in the past 24 hours, the control for the office of the clerk's office has changed at least twice. And tonight we have more answers on what this means moving forward when it comes to this confusion.
I'm ready for work.
Calvin Duncan came in all smiles.
That was democracy look like.
Taking over as criminal court clerk after winning the election last fall and then watching as lawmakers in Baton Rouge work to eliminate his seat. He posed for pictures and met staff, but the pleasantries didn't last long. Mid-morning, an appeals court upheld the state's law, staying or pausing a lower court ruling. That means Duncan had to leave. His team telling WDSU that Calvin Duncan assumed his responsibilities as clerk of criminal district court this morning, once he was informed that the Fifth Circuit Court had stayed the district court's TRO against Act 15. Clerk Calvin ceased acting on those responsibilities. He has always done his best to comply with the law, and he continues to do exactly that during these unprecedented and evolving legal developments. Now, legal analysts tell me that means the controversial law eliminating the criminal clerk's job and directing civil clerk Chelsea Napoleon to run both is in place for now.
That pretty much is the end of it for now. There's going to have to be some sorting out who the clerk is. There may need to be another election for the new position rather than the civil district court clerk just taking over as a matter of course. Those are some details that need to be worked out, but what it appears is that there's certainly not going to be, Mr. Duncan is not going to be taking that position.
The ACLU says it's going to take Duncan's fight to the U.S. Supreme Court.
We don't believe that there's anything in the Constitution that would allow his term to be diminished at this point. The state moved too slow.
Now, to learn a little bit more about Duncan, here's some interesting facts. As Duncan was wrongfully convicted of murder and spent more than 20 years at Angola. He obtained a law degree once released, and before the law changed, New Orleans was the only parish in the state with 2 clerks of a court instead of 1. So we will be following this very closely. Reporting here in New Orleans, I'm Cassie Sherm. Back to you.